Hello everybody, welcome to It Was Tuesday by your host here, James Chen, aka J Chenzor. I am here to give you all the dirt on some of the newest things going on in the fighting game world here, so thank you for tuning in. And obviously we have some cool stuff coming up in the fighting game community right away. I mean, shout outs to Capcom once again. They have been releasing developer matchup video every single week. And so, yeah, we're just going to jump right into this. Look, well, before I jump into it, I just do want to mention here that you can see on the side over there, I'm going to have a little bit of history stuff going on right here. So if this is something that you guys are interested in, check out youtube.com/UltraChenTV. This should be uploaded a little bit after this Cammy and Manon analysis. So if you guys want to look to me waxing nostalgic about how things used to be, talking about the history of fighting games and such, look for that video afterwards. Should be uploaded within the next day. But for now, let's go ahead and get started here with Cammy and Manon. Which is a developer match, and bless Capcom's heart, soul, whatever, for continuing to release these footage. And yes, this week, ladies and gentlemen, Cammy, we're finally seeing more from her, although I will admit, we didn't get to see a lot. Like, I still have so many questions. So let's go ahead and jump into this video over here. Let's watch Cammy Manon. Unlike all the other, some of the other videos, I have actually watched this before. And I know a lot of people are always sad that we don't actually get a lot of guest appearances by Jasmine these days. But here she is. Look, it's Jasmine. It's Jasmine. Mwah. Hi, Cat. All right, let's do this. Let's get into this video over here. I have seen this already, so I already have a ton of questions. But let's just do what I normally do. Let's just watch through it one time first at regular speed. And then afterwards, we will go through it little by little, slowly by slowly. Let's do this.
Beginning operation. Prepare.
Round one. Fight.
Hey, these are the best of the best fighters. They should have those kind of abs. Jeez, that looks so good. Combos off the lights. Oh my gosh. There's gonna be some interesting questions about frame data. Yeah, most characters' throws have really good Oki in this game. Dude, I like the way that some of these matches are really super fundamental based, I swear. But look at that, Cammy just going right in there. Get a different camera angle on the KO. I'm kind of still wondering about that. Like, have we not noticed that before? Do other supers do that? Oof. What? I mean, honestly, Manon's stance is kind of odd looking, but I think that's more of a jiu-jitsu, like a more traditional jiu-jitsu stance. God, she looks so crazy, dude. Dude, look at this damage! Ow! Oops, sorry, I scared Jasmine. Is that an overhead? That is one of the fastest freaking overheads I've ever seen. Okay, single hit confirmed. Although she did see Cammy swinging. Love it. I love it. I'm glad that they're still embracing that silly aspect. Dang, that's so crazy. Oh my god. Hype, hype. Dude, and then... No, what was that? Is this going to kill?
Locked on.
It did not. But that'll do. Oh, man. Thank you for the save, Dev. For the sub. But there you go. Yeah, it's crazy, Burstark, who says that they can feel that super in their knees. Like, I swear that super actually looks more brutal than the critical art version. You know? Like, there's just something about that one that looks like crazy. But let's do this here. Playback speed at half speed. Agreed, Sean. Agreed. That was not the critical art version. That was just the raw level 3, which I just only learned that that's the distinction, I guess, in Street Fighter 6. A level 3 is just a level 3, but when you're in, you know, almost dead range and you are going to do the stronger version of the level 3, it turns into the critical art and actually says CA on your meter instead of 3 on your meter. No, I had no idea. I just thought, yeah, critical arts are supers. But no, it's literally a level 1, level 2, level 3, and the critical art. I don't know yet, Saiyan. We'll see how Spin Knuckle plays out. The one time that it was blocked, the Cammy player did not continue pressure, but we'll see that in a second. Let's just go ahead. Yeah, critical art is almost when you're KO'd, so you'll see God, the models. I mean, look, we're just talking about this, right? Yeah, clearly, Tekken is a graphical masterpiece, right? But I mean, I gotta tell you, man, like I said, I've never been like the kind of guy who's just been like, obviously Cammy's my favorite character or whatever like that, but I've never been like one of those people who's just like all over Cammy because of any sort of like physical attraction or anything like that. I just liked her because she was low tier and she was my war buddy. But man, Cammy in Street Fighter 6, like the mature look of Cammy, how she looks older now and everything like that. Like, I'm all for this now. I am all for this. Oh, man. Manon. Gonna try my best to pronounce her name properly. Manon. Manon. Maybe. Not Manon. Manon. But again, I mean, jeez. Manon is ginormous, dude. What is with this? This character is just like so tall, freaking A. But here we go. So immediately we see this, whatever this is, like towards heavy kick or maybe just a stand heavy kick. But again, the contrast of move style between Manon and Marissa is just so fantastic. All pirouette-y and spinny. It was kind of like one of the reasons why I really like what they did with Claw, Vega in Street Fighter V. They actually made him more poetic, more ballerina-esque, and they really kind of took that and took it the entire way for Manon here, and I love it. Look at this little tiny kick. Dude, look at her drive parry animation. What a sick ass drive parry animation. Look at this. Like, she actually just like goes into a ballet pose, dude. Yeah, but so keep in mind, so almost all throws in Street Fighter 6, from what I have discovered in the beta, mid-screen, if you throw somebody and they back roll, you get no pressure. In this situation, we see here, Manon did a rise in place, and so Cammy gets pressure afterwards. But that is one of the things about a punish counter. If you get thrown out of something and you get the punish counter, as it says on the left side of the screen over here, you also get fancy zoom in camera. As you can see, different camera angle, a little bit of zoom in, and it does way more damage. Look how much damage that regular throw did. That is a regular throw. That is a big old chunk. That's like almost a fifth of your life that you just ate right there. So normally Cammy would not get this pressure because you would just back roll and then you would get away. But because it was the punish counter, you have to quick rise in place and Cammy gets pressure. Remember, back roll and quick rise have the same frame data, so you don't have to adjust between the two. Back roll is just to get away from the opponent. But noticing when you do get the punish counter, so for Kimberly, for example, if I get a punish counter on my throw, then I get to dash up and be plus frames in their face. If I don't, they back roll and I just have to try to keep going in. So that's something that's very, very important to note here. But yeah, Cammy, so you see right here, look at the difference between the throw animations here, right? So look at this, we get the zoom in, the camera angle change, we get the kind of camera from down under perspective, and you see it zoom back out, and then she runs in here for a tick throw, no camera change at all. And look how significantly less the damage actually does. See? Much less damage. So keep in mind the difference between a punish counter throw and a regular throw. Two things that are going to be very important here. And see? Back roll. You see how Cammy now basically doesn't really have the pressure. Now, if she drive rushed in there, perhaps she probably could have still gotten a little bit of pressure. But you see how different it is when Manon actually gets the back roll, right? When she just got up in place, Cammy's just like right there. And then she gets the regular throw here, boom, back roll, whoop, like that. And now there's a little bit more space. Like I said, the drive rush might be able to allow Cammy for more pressure, but now you've got to think about spending meter, etc., etc. So here we go with the post. So Cammy crouching medium kick, looking as good as ever. But again, I don't know how far this actually reaches because it could have way better range than this, because some of these crouching attacks from like Shoto's is so deceptively long. Like I swear Shoto's are like Dulcim now with the crouching medium kick. And so, dude, that standing medium kick looks like it reaches hella far. Ugh. Yeah. Now, Jeremy said something when we were doing commentary at PAX East about the different timings of text pushing you at different ranges. I'm not sure if that's a thing, so I'm not sure, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Okay, and there's her standing heavy kick that we see here. Cammy's standing heavy kick. Whoop, like that. So her classic heavy kick animation. But safe on block, maybe? Safe on block, maybe? We'll see. We'll see. Neutral jump. And then this move from Manon. Jesus. Look at this. Whack. Anti-air against a neutral jump from pretty far away, dude. And she gets a combo off of it. She actually gets a whole combo off of this. And is this a normal or is this a special move? I'm still not sure. So that's a special. So I'm not sure if that's just a normal or a special, but she gets the hit. You can see her fishing here. Oh, and Cammy's crouching heavy kick, still with shitty range. So Cammy's crouching heavy kick has always had bad range. Like, the one thing that I've noticed about characters in this game is that their sweeps reach so far. Like, Kimberly's sweep is dumb. Like, her sweep is like her only really far-ranged move, and it's really good. But Cammy's looks definitely very short range still. And so what we see from Manon, get a punish counter so she can link off of it. Now, was this a combo? No, it doesn't look like it. However, I want to check something really quick here. At the start of the round, okay, so at the start, unlike everyone else, Manon, her meter is just on the screen and is at level 1. Is just at level 1. So drive rush is dash while doing a parry. So technically, yes, Dodge Mahal, you drive parry by hitting the 2 medium buttons, and then you can cancel it into a forward dash. But you can also hit forward and then forward plus the 2 buttons at the same time, and they are lenient enough that that will trigger, for example, a drive rush. So you can kind of just do a drive rush from standing still if you hit forward and then the 2 buttons at the same time. They just let you drive rush off of that. Oh God, there's that. Oh no, this is the very beginning again. Yeah. So Manon starts with 1 meter. So she starts with 1 meter. So here she goes for the tick throw here, grabs it, and look at the damage. So easy little simple flip. But that's a lot of damage already for just a level 1 throw. And as you can see here, now it becomes a level 2 throw. I don't know what else happens with this outside of damage increase. I don't know if it gives her more range on her command throws, etc., but there is one thing that's very terrifying about this throw meter that I will get into in just a little bit. So we'll take a look at that a little bit later, but decent damage already at the level 1. Now, the thing that makes me sad is we never see Cammy DP anybody. So I still don't know if she has the regular DP or if all of her DPs turn into the air drill. Because Cammy has that mechanic where she charges special moves, and even though we've never seen her actually charge up her special move in this video, I don't know what happens with her DP, if it's charged or not here or whatever. So let's see how it looks. Okay, here we go. Okay, combo off of lights, dude. Man, come on. We've been saying DP forever, dude. That's just how it works. Here we go. Light, drill. And again, very interesting drill because it goes way higher than it looks. But look at the Oki she gets off of this drill, man. She's still gonna be, look at that, 4 dash after the drill. So in other words, Cammy is still gonna be really, really pressure heavy, ending her combos in drill. Oh my God, that is such a fast EX dive kick, and you are getting Ibuki Sien right here. Of course you're gonna walk forward in that situation. That looks amazing. That looks amazing. And, oh, but can she combo off of that? Is the hit stun not long enough? Interesting. So if we actually look at this landing here, she's still recovering. It looks, we can't tell when Cammy finishes recovering, but it looks like they recover at around the same, if we assume they're both moving at the same time, and if we use Manon's life bar as a judgment of when she returns to neutral on this frame right here, and if this is all delay on Cammy, so in other words, on block, her EX dive kick might just be very punishable, but on hit, it might not actually be plus enough to get a combo off of this, right? Dive kick should never be an overhead. My God, that should never be an overhead. But the interesting thing about that is, can she charge her dive kick in the air? Can she charge her dive kick in the air? And if she can, then does it become plus? Like if you put a bunch of startup, does that make it recover faster? And we'll have to see what happens in that situation. But back here, so it looks like she tried to go for like a little shimmy after that dive kick. But that's really strong, by the way. That is a really, really strong power right there to be able to do this jump point blank and then EX dive kick and still hit you from the front. Tries to go for a shimmy, doesn't fall for it, but fierce into spin knuckle. Is there a gap in this or not? Because this is so fast. This is the fastest spin knuckle has ever been, dude. Like, look at this. There's definitely a gap. You can definitely EXDP in there because Manon looks like she's recovered right there. It looks like she's recovered right there. So I think if you DP, you can do something. Now, the interesting thing is this looks like a light spin knuckle. That's my guess right here. And that means Cammy can actually fish with something safe on block. But the interesting thing is that Cammy doesn't press a button afterwards. Again, I assume these devs know what they're doing. We saw, for example, Honda drive reversal against Lily's wind charge Condor Spire, knowing that it was plus before we figured it out here on just by analyzing. But Cammy doesn't try to do anything here. And instead, Manon does a reversal command throw. And again, is this the same command throw as she did when she did this sequence over here? Whoops. Is this the same command throw as she did here? So as level 1 command throw, she just goes for this. Whoop. And she did get a punish counter on that, so that's why it did so much damage, by the way. I just realized that right now. But then she does the command throw over here, no punish counter. Oh yeah, it is the same throw. But now at level 2, even without the punish counter, look at how much more damage it does. Ow. So again, that's the same damage it did with the punish counter last time. So this is the same command throw, boom, but now she goes up to level 3. Back to neutral over here. Decided, I mean, it looks like Manon can drive rush afterwards. No, it actually looks like she wouldn't even really get any advantage in that situation. In fact, I think we'll see that a little bit later here. So Cammy going back to the footsies, this is what she knows. You can see her light kick severely nerfed from before, although hard to say that this light kick looks terrible because that light kick actually doesn't look too bad, to be honest with you. Her old light kick was really good because it stuck out straight, but remember, all the moves have more range in this game. So here we go, Manon fishing with that light punch. And you can see that light punch has a little bit of a forward movement with it too. Look at that. And then misses here, blocks the cross up, but then gets hit? What? How did she get hit? Is that how short the block onion is here? Block and then jab. Yeah, she tried to do something. She tried to press a button or something, so that wasn't a true block string. But 1 hit, 2 hit, 3 hit into drill, as we've seen already. And here's some, oh, she's just walking backwards, so she had plenty of frames. She had plenty of frames. I was wondering if this was like the Street Fighter 4 mix-up, that it like fuzzy grabbed you, but clearly you can see Manon is walking back a few frames over here. So she just wasn't expecting the right thing and just got grabbed by the Hooligan. Interestingly enough, the Hooligan throw still throwing forward, which is great for Cammy, and she gets pressure off of this? And she gets pressure off of that? That's crazy. And here she goes for this mix-up again. Thanks to Street Fighter 6, you're not going to cross up in the corner, but she did the dive kick anyway. So Manon just kept blocking back, tried to go for the throw. Nice tech right there, but look how far back that they went over here. So we can see here. And like I said, I don't know if there are varying tech distances, but the fact that if you tech this throw like this, like here's this throw, and that's an early tech. Look how far back Cammy goes. If you tech a throw in corner, you are in a good position. Like, you get yourself out of there. Although, if you look, it was Cammy that was the one that actually teched the throw. So, I'm curious. No, I'm sorry. It is Manon, because the word is on Manon's side. Sorry. So, Manon teched the throw and is over there. Making an early meta predictions discussion video. I mean, the only reason why I would do that, the Nash guy, because it would be a content video, but like me personally, I just hate doing that kind of thing because it's still so early, but we'll see. Yeah, from what you saw, Intel tech throws seem to push really far. But here we go, Cammy poking, drive rush in there again. This time tries the shimmy, and so we get a drive impact out of the corner over here, and again, just beautiful image over here. I mean, animation. Look at that. What a cool looking drive impact. Back to the neutral footsies over here. And then this is the crazy part. Like this. Yo, the Cammy backdashed and was like, if you whiff anything, I'm murdering you. So she backdashed after she saw the green. You see Manon try to command throw, and then Cammy was like, yep, I'm just gonna go for the super. Raw super, dude, for the punish counter here. And then this again, which is interesting because this is a level 1 super. There's generally no animation camera changes on it, but then on the KO, we got an extra animation camera angle. Have we seen this in other level 1s on kill and I just didn't notice? Or is this just a special, like, if the super combo kills cool feature kind of thing? That's kind of neat. If that is the case, you can see it switches back to the regular commands as well. So if it wasn't a beta, I just totally didn't even realize that was happening. So, but there you go, Cammy. Dude, I love these new poses from Cammy, dude. Check her out. Yeah, let's go, Cammy. Let's go. Now, remember when I said that there was definitely something very terrifying about Manon's counter meter, throw count meter, her throw counter. it doesn't reset. It doesn't reset between rounds. Every round she builds up that meter, it just gets scarier and scarier and scarier. So we haven't seen something like this in a Street Fighter game before. Like, if you played Soul Calibur, you see characters are constantly, Soul Calibur was full of this, characters who would build up resources during the course of a match. This is one of the first times we've seen this in a Street Fighter game, that Manon keeps her counter meter between her throw counter between rounds. So the more she gets early on, even if she loses round one, it sets her up to the point where she just becomes scarier and scarier and scarier as time moves on. Man, I mean, it's not even just guard break, Forrest. It's also like, Amy's Rose, building up all the constellations with Maxi during the course of the game. Oh God, what was the thing called for the Life Force? I think it was Life Force for God, why can't I remember his name? The Korean dude. Huang, there you go. Hakan always reset back to normal. And in fact, I think one of the buffs they gave him was that he started with oil or something like that. But it's crazy that this is actually something that they're keeping here. So back to this neutral again. I mean, by the way, Cammy's backdash we saw a couple of times, but it looks really good. And again, everyone who's like, oh my gosh, we're so scared Capcom censoring Cammy or whatever. Like, dude, I mean, it's just like look, the jiggle on that ass, okay? Look, let's just talk about the jiggle on this ass, okay? I'm gonna do a favor for you guys. I'm gonna slow this down to 0.25 over here, okay? Look at the jiggle on this ass, dude. Yo, like anybody who's scared that Capcom is like toning things down, like, trust me, Capcom is giving us everything we still want over here, okay? Jesus Christ. Holy crap. Don't worry. Don't worry. You are still getting what you want out of Street Fighter, okay? Ass jiggle is a punish counter. I just got bodied. Yeah, see, that's the cool thing, is that Zangief's got the peck jiggle as well. So, equal opportunity here. Let's do it. Oh, dude, her OG skin. Oh my God. Yeah, that's going to be crazy, dude. Anyways, back to this here. Just a raw jump. But again, is the EX an actual anti-air? Does it have air invulnerability? Because this move looks hella good. Because if you jump at Manon and she hits you with this thing, like, she gets a juggle off the regular one, and here she got the EX, and she links into a command throw that juggles. Have we ever seen a command throw that juggles like this in a Capcom game? I mean, clearly Cammy's been able to hooligan throw people out of the air and stuff like that, but this is crazy, because now at level 3, the animation becomes different. And as you can see here, oh God, what an animation, dude. Check this command throw out. It's so cool. Boop. And then, whoo, twirling you around, and then bam, what a dip, dude. Oh yeah, see, that's the thing, those are all air command throws, right? Like, we haven't really seen it into comboing into a grounded command throw. And not only that, but this builds up, look, you jumped at her, she anti-aired you, and for basically spending that one EX meter, gets to juggle into a command throw, and gets to increase her throw meter. Look how much damage that did off of a combo. Oh, bam. Okay. So, but still not a lot. Well, actually, she seems like she has a little bit better frame data. But what you're actually paying attention to here, Cammy got away from that no problem, and you see Manon try to go in there for another throw. I believe that's a command throw. It could be a regular throw, but Cammy with the punish here, boom, into the drill. And again, as usual, Cammy gets the pressure. Now, what's interesting about this is she actually goes for the kick follow-up. Now, the first time we saw this kick follow-up, this is her V trigger 2, now given to her as a regular move. The first time that I saw this move, she was definitely not this low to the ground when she did it. She was kicking like way at the top, like around here. So it definitely looked like it was super minus and not comboable on hit. But this one is so low. Like, you can see Manon is still in block for it, so that's definitely safe. So I'm wondering how much leeway there is on the timing between when you can do Cammy's follow-ups. There's always been a window. But it's really interesting to see how it's going to pan out here, which means if it hit, could she possibly combo off of it? Hint, the answer is yes, and we will see that later on. So that's scary. And then Cammy even tries the throw afterwards, doing it so late, and then she just goes for the throw, gets the throw. That's the back throw. It's a very odd looking throw. Look, I'll be honest, she grabs you and then, oh, I see, she kicks you off with one of the legs. It just looks like she just spins you and you fall off, but it looks like she's kicking you off with one of the legs. She's not really kicking you, actually. Yeah, you really are just kind of spinning off and just twirling to the ground. Okay. But there we go. There's that standing medium kick, and Manon countering there, and there's the drive rush in there. Gets a hit, and here's this interesting target combo that's very, very DNF dual grappler-esque. If she hits you and she does this kick, she sucks you in, and she's definitely going to be plus. Now, clearly, this is just plus enough to be a mix-up, I think. So a mix-up to which the Cammy read it and neutral jumped the command throw and gets a big old beefy punish over here. Pow, pow, crouching fierce, links off of it. That's so sick. We got some old school Sako-esque combos here. Crouching strong into the drill and then keeping the pressure going. So what is this? Cammy's always been able to cancel her hooligan into kind of nothing, right? Like in some games, in Street and Super Turbo, you just try to go for the throw and she whiffs and she lands right away and stuff like that. A lot of times she's had delay, whatever like that. But what is this? What is this? Look at this. There's a cancel on this. That's not a whiff throw. That's nothing. Look at this. She triggers something right here. And look at this. She just plummets to the ground so fast. And she is now there next to you. Dude, it's like, it really is a fast fall. This really, really looks like a fast fall to me. And if that's the case, look at that. Dude, in regular speed, like it's so fast. Dude, empty lows like that right there. Like, I love the fact that they are turning her hooligan into such a diverse tool and seeming to be the source of her mix-up. I love this because the hooligan has a lot of startups. So once you get used to it, it's going to be whatever. It's going to be like Super Turbo again. If the Cammys abuse the hooligan, you're going to blow her up for it. But now if the Cammy could fight normally and use the hooligans on meaty or just, try to catch you by surprise, I think that's really, really cool. And so look at this. So yeah, it goes to the empty low. She doesn't confirm it, but still, what a sequence right here. Fast fall, empty low. Yeah, she should have confirmed that. Gets checked right there by Manon. But again, to have that much power off of the hooligan throw, oh my God, like that is Super cool. Yeah, that quick fall is a massive, massive change. Yeah, because look at this. Look at this. Off of the drill here, she does this, and clearly, remember, quick rise, back roll, same frame data timing. This is the fastest that Manon can get up after this drill. And when Cammy does this and fast falls, I don't know how quickly she can block, but she looks like she's already recovered here. She looks like she's already recovered here, and Manon has recovered as well. If someone wakes up with a DP, I think you will block that. And also keep in mind, Shogundo, if you parry, you can be thrown by the Hooligan, because the Hooligan has a throw, and then it'll be a punish counter. So have fun trying to parry Hooligan. Oh my God. Oh, a check? Dude, she's gonna be good, dude. She's gonna be really strong. And come on, DP, Cammy. I want to see what your DP looks like as an anti-air. Again, dude, that move? What motion is that? Is that not a DP motion? Is that just a spin kick? Because look how fast Manon does that from a crouching position. The fact that we never see her stand up but for like 2 frames here before she does that. Yeah, so look at this. So she's crouching, and stands up for like 1, and then she's already starting it. The fact that she does that so fast makes me think it's a spin kick or a quarter circle forward. So if she has an anti-air at quarter circle forward, like, good games, all of us. And even if it is a spin kick, I mean, that's still really strong here. Because Cammy is clearly hitting a button on the way down, it looks like. So she neutral jumps, and yeah, oh, well, she got hit out of the startup. So you see counter hit over there. And then again, she just gets the little pirouette juggle here. Sets up for the command throw, and here we go. This is a level 4 command throw here. And now she gets the follow-up here. Oh my God. If this is not the max damage of what her throw or what her command throw can be, and you have to deal with that for the entirety of round number 3, more than that, because she's at level 4, by the way. She's at level 4, by the way, and this throw puts her at level 5. So you have to deal with that, more than that damage, the entire round number 3. Oh my God. Oh my God. Dude, right, that's the point, NDSCX, DSCX. If she gets like 4 command throws and still loses, but she gets like 3 or 4 command throws in round number 1, you are not in for fun. You are not in for fun. Oh my God, that is frightening. Oh, tries the drive parry. Here comes Cammy with the pressure here. Confirms off of the light. So again, this is important here. Being able to poke it with 1 light and then, oh, actually that was off of a drive rush. Never mind. Okay. So here we go. The pressure, the shimmy, but did it a little bit too late. So couldn't really punish that. And then what is that? That can't be an overhead. This is not an overhead. This is not an overhead, dude. Like this could not possibly be an overhead. Like, if that's... But Cammy is blocking. And she's low blocking. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Okay. Okay. We're doing this here again, guys. Sorry. Sorry for those of you listening to this on the podcast. We're doing this again, okay? Where should we start? Like, maybe this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Okay. 22 frames. That's about the same speed as Ibuki's overhead. If I'm not, no, Ibuki's overhead is like 28 or something like that. Let's see, who's considered to have a really fast overhead in this game? Let's see, overhead. Yeah, it's 28 frames for Ibuki. Who's considered to have a really fast overhead in Street Fighter V? Right, like what is considered a really, really quick overhead in that game? Like let's just take a look at Luke's overhead over here. 22 frames. Luke's overhead is 22 frames. Guile's overhead is 21 frames. Yeah, so it's about right. It's about right. But yeah, again, what Dirty Boxer says, dude, the range on that overhead looks pretty freaking amazing, honestly. So here we go. Like, look at this. Look at the range on this overhead over here. So bam. And keep in mind too, up to this point, for the 8 characters that we have seen in the beta, all overheads are safe. They're minus, it's your turn, but overheads are safe. And off of a drive rush, they're comboable afterwards. The range on that is scary, dude. The range on that is terrifying. Anyway, again, look at this pose right here. Look at this win pose. I don't think hers is a special move. That doesn't look like a special move. I think that one is, I mean, it could be a special move. Maybe, I'm not sure. But look at this win pose. I love the tiptoeing. Ooh, ooh. Again, just really nice balance work with the animation and stuff. It doesn't look floaty. It looks right. It looks correct on it. So it has feathers on it. So I think it might be a special. Okay. Yeah, that's true. It probably low crush as well, Deadly Kansas. So yeah, it does go over lows. So that move is going to be hella good. Move is going to be very, very good. But here we go, round 3. And I love this, that like Manon's like, you know what? I swung, I see Cammy moving forward. I'm just going to assume I got a hit. Let's cancel into the level 3. But as you can see down there at the bottom, it just says 3 and not CA, right? So if we go to the previous one, you can see Cammy's level 3 over here. So I was talking about this before the stream started. But yes, there's actually a difference between level 3 and CA, and I didn't realize that. As you can see here, Manon's side over there, it actually says level 3. It just says 3. But on Cammy's side, this says CA. I didn't realize this was a difference until Investigation Cone was like, yeah, I Googled it, and it turned out that they were different things. And I'm like, they're not different things. And then apparently they are in this game. So CA means you have low enough energy that you go for the extra damage kill version. But as you can see here, it goes from CA to the next round. It's back to just being boom, 3. That's it. So when you see CA, you know you're about to do extra damage. Obviously, also your health bar changes a different color as well. But yeah, here we go. Bam! Right into the level 3. And this level 3 is, dude, I don't notice these things, Tuhalu. I don't notice these things, okay? But yeah, look at this animation, dude. This super is hilarious. Oh, she's leading in the dance, but this is not the kind of dance you want to be led in. Dude, I love how she just like chucks you like this. Woo, woo! Like she's just literally chucking you. And the best thing about it is Cammy's face is just like, what the fuck, dude? Like, why is this even happening? Like, look at Cammy. She's like, what is happening here? Oh! Oh, bam! And look at the damage. I wonder if her super level 3 changes damage based off of her throw meter. But this just does so much damage. But what a funky... Like, I like how the throw super is literally like... She actually throws you like 5 times, but all the damage comes at once. Sweeps you. You will dance with me. Spinny, spinny, spinny. Like, it's not like you're taking damage during the course of this thing. It's like, oh. And then you take all of the damage. Oh, actually, you did take a little damage early. Oh, you are taking little bits of damage. Never mind. Okay, hang on. Let's see. Let's see where all the damage points are. Let's see where all the damage points are. Okay, so there is one little damage there. No damage on the spin. Yeah, the spin doesn't do any damage until she lifts you here. Lifts you here, lifts you there, lifts you there, lifts you there. And then, finally, the coup d'etat. Bam! Not the coup d'etat, the... Shoot, what French word am I thinking of? Anyways, bam! There we go. The throw you there. Oh, no up kicks that time. Catches with the low kick, and here comes Cammy. And it's so funny, too, because Manon got her level 3 first, I was like, oh, that probably means Cammy wins the game, because they always end it with level 3. Coup de grace. There you go. I said coup d'etat. Coup de grace is what I was talking about. Yes, thank you, T-Hawk Typhoon. Coup de grace. Poking away, gets the throw. Bam. Coup de grace, yeah. Dude, look at how, I mean, you can hold drive parries as long as you want. Remember that. So drive parry, drive parry, drive parry, oh, no. And then here we go. Catches her while she's crouching. So although that this is hitting, she might have moved. She might have walked or something like that. We definitely don't see a counter hit here. But was she blocking? She got hit. She didn't look like she moved. She looks like she's just crouching. We don't see a counter hit message. We don't see anything. I don't think she's holding straight down. This kind of gives me the thought that this for sure is a true overhead. And she combos off of it. And she combos off of it too. And that's the target combo. And then she can jump cancel it. So before you could special move cancel this. But she can actually jump cancel this, and now her jump strong is a knockdown. And she can combo into the dive kick. Cammy has cool shit. Cammy actually has cool shit to do. She has fun combos. Come on. But as you can see, the dive kick does just instantly ground the opponent. Yeah, that was the same target combo as before. Again, going for the throw. And yeah, the foot in the back, as someone else pointed out over here, gets the throw. And she just like, boom, look at that foot in the back, dude. Ugh. And then bam, CQC. Throws have changed. Anyways, come over here. And still no DP, Cammy. You aren't just not gonna show me what the DP looks like. Okay, she does not have an air super as far as I know, NDSCX. The super that she did that we saw that gave her the juggle was still started off the ground. But that doesn't necessarily mean she can't activate it in the air. Maybe we just haven't seen it activated in the air. So here we go. There's that back throw. Poke, drive rush. Okay. So this is the part that everybody's freaking out about here. So drive rush, cancel. As you can see there, 3 bars all gone right there. 3 bars all gone. Makes you attack. And then I guess it's only the EX spin knuckle that goes to the other side because she cancels here. Jab. And then she empties out her meter. She empties out her meter over here. So clearly this is an EX spin knuckle. So it looks like the EX spin knuckle has the ability to go to the other side of the opponent and hit really, really, really freaking fast. Now, I don't know if that means the light one stays in front and the EX one goes behind, and that sucks. But never forget, drive parries do exist in this game. So if you don't know which way to block, but you can react with a drive parry, you will be able to block this in both directions. Drive parries are going to become very useful because a lot of the meaty drive rush mix-up where they knock you down and drive rush into you and either go low or overhead is really, really scary. But keep in mind, again, if that's something you're scared about, you can drive parry. Now, obviously, they could drive rush and just throw you and get a punish counter. That's all part of the mind games, etc., etc. But drive parries are going to be really important to mitigate navigate a lot of these mix-ups. But as we've seen in every fighting game that has a guard button, nobody gets used to using the guard button. In Injustice, you can block by holding straight down. There was this Catwoman mix-up that you just hit people by going to the other side of them and then coming back through, and nobody held straight down. It hit everybody because they were always holding down back. Nobody was low blocking by holding straight down. Oh, man. Oh, what's up, Jibbo? What's up? Or, I'm sorry, Automatic. Yeah, it's scary for the attacker, too, because they can't block or parry during Drive Rush. Yeah, exactly. We've seen a lot of that already, even at the Intel match, where people will get used to seeing the green, and as soon as they see the green, they just hit a button. And people just run into that shit like for free. So it is a little risky, but Drive Rush is still going to be super strong. But I like that, right? It's a good mix-up. You've got this high-low mix-up with the Drive Rush. They can parry it to negate that, so you can throw them. But if you throw, attack, or go low, you will be hit by a wake-up EX. So the only way you can get away from that is to Drive Rush, do nothing. But then if you do nothing, that also gives the opponent a chance to escape out of there. So there's a little bit more of a little more fleshed out mix-up there, which I actually kind of like. Nice frame. Yeah. Oh, God, it's so hard to react to Drive Rush. Until we get used to the green flash, maybe, perhaps. But yeah, here we go. Drive cancel, EX, pow. And obviously links off of it. 2 hits into the super, and here's her level 3, but it is not a critical art. And so here she goes. Boom. Drill through you, drill through you, drill through you, drill through you. And like I said, oh, Drive Rush is easier, you think. Okay, yeah, no, checking dashes. I was about to say, Automatic, like, I can't check dashes to save my goddamn life. But everybody knows how bad I am with reactions. I just didn't want to get into it. Okay, so you actually got it backwards. Yeah, oh yeah, that 2-year-old will do that to you. But look, I'm just saying, you can actually see Cammy there. She's actually drilling through you. Which is kind of neat. I only point that out because remember with Lars's super, like you clearly see Cammy in the frame right here. But Lars was just like streaks. I was like, man, see, even Cammy's looks better than Lars and Tekken 8. Anyways, they all look amazing. Let's be real here, okay? And then, weirdly enough, I think her non-critical art version of this super looks like it hurts more. I think it's like actually cooler looking than her. I mean, because the critical art version, she sneaks up from you from behind and she does the Nash thing where she's just like, hi, there I am, and kicks you in the back of the head. But this looks actually more violent, I think. I actually think this looks more dynamic than the level 3. But you know, if they had my commentary on, I would have said, is this going to kill? And it didn't. It didn't. And so Cammy's like, whatever, I'll just throw you to death. Woo, bam, dead. There you go. And there you go, Cammy. And again, for those of you who aren't aware of this already, look at Cammy's neutral stance. Let's see if we actually get to see the neutral stance anywhere here. Let's see. Yeah, so if you can see that this is kind of what her neutral stance looks like right here. Like that's kind of what her neutral stance looks like. But when she's burned out, she clearly has a different stance. And like all the characters have more tired looking stances when they're in burnout. See how Cammy just kind of like ducks over a little bit now? So she's actually like a little more tired. It's actually a lot of nice little touches like that they made everyone have a different neutral stance when they're in burnout compared to when they're not. I think these little touches like that I think are super cool. And there Cammy does her duck lips again. Oh. Freaking blue steel, dude. Freaking blue steel. She blue steals your ass and then decides to disappear. Yeah, you take chip damage at all times, but in burnout it can kill. Yeah. Where is she? Bam! She kicks the camera, knocks the camera on the floor so you can take a look at her wonderful, wonderful assets. And there we go. So that's Cammy and Manon. Is that pause? Yes, that is paused. Okay. So, again, I really honestly feel like they haven't made Cammy all that interesting for quite some time. I really do think Vanilla and Super Cammy in Street Fighter 4 was the last time she was significantly interesting because of the Tiger Knee Cannon Strike. But then before that, she hasn't been interesting. Like literally, she's really been interesting only in Super Turbo and in in Vanilla and Super Street Fighter 4. I played her all the time just out of character loyalty and all this stuff like that. But she really hasn't been that like fun or interesting, right? She hasn't really been that interesting of a character. What's really curious about the way this video that we saw here, define interesting versus boring, like needing tech, having an interesting play style. Like in Street Fighter 5, Cammy literally just plays Street Fighter 5 to the Street Fighter 5 and like she just plays footsies and that's like it. Like she's not exactly the most tech heavy character. There's not much that you do with her. She doesn't have lots of crazy things. This game, it looks like she has a lot, and the Hooligan throw looks really interesting, but the curious thing about it is, in this entire developer match, we did not see a single instance of a charge special move, because she just never did special moves. She comboed into drills, she had that spin knuckle a couple of times, but outside of that, we didn't see her charge the Hooligan, we never saw her charge her dive kick, or her DP, her drill, nothing. We saw no charge moves at all, even though that's like her new main gimmick. They didn't show any of it, which is very, very weird. Just so odd that in this developer match they showed none of that. So I don't know if they just want to leave it so that we can see how it works on our own, but so we still have no idea about, you know, the charge Hooligan double kicks. Does charge Hooligan throw grab crouchers? Does charge DP and regular DP actually do the drill ender all the time or just during charges? We didn't see a cannon spike out of her at all. Once at all. But it's still cool looking. I'm still excited, and I'm definitely more excited for her than I have been. I'm trying not to let myself get excited because they very rarely know how to make Cammy interesting, but she definitely looks very interesting in this game. So definitely will be one of the main characters that I will be playing. So it'll be Cammy. I'll be sticking with Kimberly because Kimberly just turned out to be amazing. And then, of course, I will also be playing Zangief. And with the game allowing for 3 different points, and I just don't want to pigeonhole myself into one character for Street Fighter. And since Street Fighter 6 in the foreseeable future is a game that I will probably be putting a lot of time into, I think I can afford to switch between characters, etc., etc. Are you sure? Like crouching medium punch and crouching heavy punch, I think that they're the same as before. But I'm again like, sheesh, Cammy is like, she looks awesome in this game. I'm excited, but I'm still with a little bit of trepidation because honestly, Cammy is still Cammy. The way that she was playing in there wasn't anything too crazy going on here. The Hooligan definitely seems like they fleshed it out a little bit more, which is cool because the Hooligan was her main tool of offense in Super Turbo. So if they kind of bring that back a little bit and now she has a feint off of it, so you can't see the Hooligan and DP on like when she's coming, like drill into Hooligan seems like a really fun little mix-up game to play against the opponent. Like that seems like it's going to be cool, and it's neat that they're giving her that option. So throw to catch people standing, the kicks to catch people crouching, and then the fast fall to catch people trying to DP you on their wake up and stuff like that. I think it's really, really cool. You pre-order the deluxe edition. Want to talk about promote that? Look, there's a deluxe edition out there. I think it comes with a Luke or a Kimberly figure or something like that. But It's available for pre-order, so if you guys want to grab that, not sure what else to say about that, to be honest with you. Standard versus deluxe edition, blocks with face, it should be the same. It says it should be the same. Both of them should be the same. I just don't know if deluxe edition comes with the season 1 DLC or not. That's the question. But they haven't said anything about season 1 DLC, so I'm not 100% sure how that's gonna work. But regardless, that's Cammy, and I know Manon was there, and we definitely saw some cool stuff with Manon. But I mean, Cammy, obviously the focus, because we've seen some stuff with Manon. But the fact that Manon keeps her throw counter between rounds is terrifying. What's interesting about characters like that, so for example, Soul Calibur is a 3 out of 5 rounds game. Like, when you design characters that build up meter during the course and it sticks between rounds like that, you kind of sort of lock that in, right? Like, some games have switched between 2 out of 3 rounds to 3 out of 5 rounds for tournaments or whatever, depending on how fast they are. But if you have a character that's like that, the balance is going to be affected by how long you play, right? So if you play a 3 out of 5 rounds, not matches, rounds, mind you, that automatically buffs Manon. She automatically gets stronger because she will have more rounds of being able to get all the throw damage in there. So, you know, it's going to, I mean, I don't see any reason why we wouldn't make it 2 out of 3 rounds for the rest of the life, but that's just, it's an interesting little observation. It's a little observation on that situation there. But again, Manon looks super cool, very interesting, another grappler character. So I'm sure everybody's going to learn to hate Manon very, very much in the near future. But she looks really, really cool. She looks cool. Cammy looks cool. Again, it's hard to find a character in this game that doesn't seem very interesting and fascinating. And it's also very hard to find a character that you look at early on. Someone asked me, rate their potential tiers, like your perceived tiers, initial perceived tier list for the characters. I will tell you right now, it is almost impossible to find a character that I can initially say looks like a bad character. They all seem like they have enough juice and enough crazy stuff, and we have seen so little out of so many of these characters and what they're actually capable of. Like I said, we didn't see anything about Cammy's charge specials in this game. Does that change her frame data? If she charges her drill, does the drill become safer, etc., etc.? We don't know. So there's so much to learn still about these characters, which is why I like these developer matches. They're giving us a lot to see, but they're still leaving enough for us to experiment and still giving us enough to try to leave us to the imagination to try to figure out how these characters are going to work. But I can't tell you if there's a single character in this game right now that looks like they don't have a lot of juice. Like, they all look like they have some crazy, crazy stuff going on in this game. So, nobody looks bad right now. Everybody looks really, really strong. So we'll see how it goes as time goes. Again, basically 2 months now. Can you believe it? 2 months before Street Fighter 6? Wow. I can't believe it. Anyways, 2 months before Street Fighter 6. I'm excited. I hope you guys are excited as well. But if you guys want to check out any of this other stuff that I talk about over here, I'll probably have this thing over here up the next day. If you're watching this here on YouTube, Tekken 8 one will come afterwards. I don't know if I'll get the Evo Japan preview up because I just won't get it up in time before Evo Japan starts. So like I said, I'm just going to dabble on this briefly, but if you guys are enjoying all this content, please subscribe to youtube.com/UltraChenTV and make sure you comment on the videos as well. Engagement always helps. And then I also would like to know what you think about the content that I've been putting out. Hope you guys are enjoying all this stuff. I've been breaking down these Tuesday shows into multiple episodes and putting them all into YouTube separately and stuff. And I know some people prefer having the audio all as one so they can just listen to it as a podcast straight through. So that's something I'm going to try to do this week. I'm just going to put the audio up as one file, but upload everything separately as videos. But that seems to be definitely getting a lot more engagement and stuff. So I'll probably continue doing that. But again, if you enjoy this content, thank you very much. Continue to subscribe, like and subscribe, and then also make sure you click on that little bell icon so you get the notifications of when new videos of mine come out here on youtube.com/UltraChenTV. If you're watching on Twitch, appreciate you guys very much. Any subs, any gift subs, etc., always appreciated. Any donations always will help me out. Continue to pump out content like this throughout the lifespan of Street Fighter 6. I will be working on a lot of content for after Street Fighter 6 comes out. So, any bit of that helps as well. So thank you, Blocks with Face, for the subscription. Appreciate you very much. Thank you guys for watching. If you're here on Twitch, don't go anywhere. I will be right back after this break. But for those of you on YouTube, the day that this podcast graced your presence was the most important day of your life. But for me,
it was Tuesday.